Well, happy New Tune Tuesday. Today, we're going to take a look at our sight reading examples number 2, the fourth example. We'll walk our way through it using the STARS acronym, and then we'll sizzle through it and then play it. Let's dig in. So using the STARS acronym, the S stands for signatures. So we're going to look for our time signature and key signature on example 4. We're in 2/4 time, and as you scan through, you'll see that it never changes. We're in the key of B flat concert, so no flats or sharps in our key signature as clarinetist. T stands for technical sections. So we're going to look for some things that look tricky. And this excerpt has a number of scalar passages. We're going to play some 16th notes or 8th notes, even a couple of triplets, moving up and down some familiar scales. So measure 1, for example, we start on an A and walk down to the B flat concert, our C. This is basic scale stuff. Then we're going to wiggle around up and down, C, B, C, B, A, B, C, measure number 2 and 3. So take a look at that. Measure 5, we're going to ascend, and there's a number of accidentals as we go up, F sharp and G sharp. As we descend, we have some triplets, and then a nice skip in measure 7 from B to G sharp into an A. There's a lot going on in this one. Accidentals, take a look at this, especially the back half. Measure 5, measure 6, measure 7 all have accidentals. None of them repeat, so we don't have to remember the accidental from the beginning of the measure to the end, but they're still there, and we want to make sure that we execute them properly. Rhythmically, this one's pretty exciting. We have some 8th note triplets, we have a dotted quarter note, a series of 16th notes, the fun rhythm 1 and 1 in measure 5. You'll probably see a rhythm like that in your all-state etude. So looking at the rhythm, you'll want to make sure that you're comfortable bouncing between duples, 1 and 2 and triples, 1 lolly, 2 lolly. A good thing to do as you're preparing for stuff like that is even just play simple scale patterns, 8th notes, and then maybe some triplets. Just make sure you feel comfortable moving between 8th notes and triplets. Lastly, we'll take a look at stylistic markings. There's some dynamic markings, piano, forte. There's even a subito piano, all of a sudden piano in measure 7, and then a couple of crescendos. We want to make sure, or a crescendo in measure 7 that we want to observe. S stands for stylistic markings. In this excerpt, there'll be several dynamic markings, piano, forte. There's a subito piano, an all of a sudden piano, and a crescendo. There are also some slurs and staccato markings here. Make sure that you pay special attention to those. And in measure 4, we see a tenuto marking. And whenever I see a tenuto marking, I think tone. It's an opportunity for me to showcase my great tone. Yours too. So we've gone through STARS. Let's sizzle through it, and let's prepare to sight read it. Here we go. Now, if you had a few seconds left and you wanted to go through some harder sections again, now would be a great time to do it. Use the full amount of time that they give you. It's 60 seconds or 2 minutes. Use every second. Go over as many times as you can, highlight the hard stuff, and make sure that you're as prepared as possible when it's time to read. All right, you can pause the video or you can just listen to me as I play it. Here's example number 4. Ready? And... Happy sight reading. I'd love to help you get ready for All-State. Use the link below to view my 75-minute course for All-State preparation. I have one for middle school and for high school. And right now, you can use the code KICKSTART to save $15 off on unlimited 24/7 access to those courses. That means for $25, you'll have constant access to over 75 minutes of measure by measure, phrase by phrase, note by note instruction for scales, both etudes, and sight reading. I would love to help you be successful in your next big audition.